You're tuning in to the UAAP Season 88 High School Volleyball Tournament. On your screens is Clarence Guianan, the team captain of the UE Junior Warriors. They've been one of the top teams in the boys tournament. They're going to be facing a tough challenge against the De La Salle Zobel Junior Green Archers and Andre Montiliano. That's going to be the fourth game today on the schedule here in the UAAP Season 88 Boys Volleyball Tournament at the Ateneo Blue Eagle Gym. It's the De La Salle Zobel Junior Green Spikers taking on the UE Junior Warriors. Again, the final game today in the boys division. Thank you for joining us wherever that may be, whether that's on the Pilipinas Live app. Migs Flores bringing you the game today between UE and De La Salle Zobel. You're going to see there right around the top of the standings. The Junior Warriors, the Final Four team over the last 3 seasons, are 3-1. The Junior Green Spikers are still looking for that signature win. They have a couple of wins against UPIS and Ateneo, the teams that are currently in the bottom of the standings. For them to really achieve that goal of making the Final Four, they need a win against one of the top teams. A good opportunity today against the UE Junior Warriors. Junior Warriors being coached for the second season by Coach Herbert Dizon, and this was his biggest recruit over the offseason. Palarong Pangbansa MVP representing Claraa, Paul Roque. He's been one of the most explosive scorers here in season 88, playing in his one-and-done season here in the juniors division of the UAAP. Kyle Laure has been with the De La Salle Zobel Junior Green Spikers for his third season now, playing in his final one, hoping to achieve something that the Junior Green Spikers haven't achieved in several decades, which is make the Final Four of the UAAP. That's going to be it for our pregame today. When we return, it'll be the starters between UE and De La Salle Zobel.
First referee, Ray Galvin. Second referee, Antonia Spinero. And now, let's meet the starters for both teams. First, for the De La Salle Santiago Zobel Junior Spikers. Starting with their outside hitter number 5, Red Rica. Outside hitter number 6, Cooper Arguelles. Center number 9, Daniel Espino. Opposite hitter number 10, Robert Romano. Middle blocker number 18, AJ Santino. Middle blocker number 7, and their team captain, Pat Lowry. And their starting coach, number 11, Mark Papa. And the head coach, Mr. Hughes Castillo. Now let's meet the starters of the University East Junior Warriors. Starting with their opposite hitter number 18, Kenzie Caro. Side number 5, Mark Emily Dulante. Outside hitter number 7, Amy Roque. Middle number 9, Miguel Alha. Outside hitter number 10, Aaron Marcelino. Middle blocker number 4, and their team captain, Lawrence Iano. And their starting opener, number 17, Justin Lopez. It's the Junior Spikers versus the Junior Warriors. This is the UAAP
Here are your starters for the De La Salle Zobel Junior Green Spikers: Aure Uriquia, Espino, Montiliano, Arguelles, Sandrino, and Papa. At Debero, the usual starting lineup where Coach Cubes Escol. On the other end, Coach Herbert Dizon going with Guianan, Marcelino, Duliete, Caro Roque, Katanghal with Lopez. That's Justine Lopez. Playing libero today for the Junior Red Warriors. Off we go here in set number 1. Junior Warriors again with a 3-1 record, looking to stay on pace with the other teams atop the standings as Roque will get the scoring going for the Junior Warriors. This is Marl Duliete setter for the Junior Warriors. Up to serve. Big jump serve, just a little wide. That's going to be a point for DLSZ. 1-all the score now for UE and LaSalle. That serve from Uriquia and a block at the net. Looks like Aure getting on the board early. Him and Montiliano combining for that block. Still serving is Brett Uriquia. Great set from Duliete and Clarence Guianan, the senior captain for UE, the UE Junior Warriors, getting on the board to start this one. The serve to Montiliano. Excuse me, that was Arguelles. First year junior green spiker out of Iloilo, scoring for the junior archers, or the junior green spikers. Now it's Kyle Aure up to serve. Duliete, who had to chase that one. Reception not ideal that time for UE. So that'll be an ace for Kyle Aure. Duliete will go to the middle and Guianan will get the score. UE last year had several great players graduate, like the MVP Christian Antonio as well as Lance Babon. Out of their starting lineup, Clarence Guianan was the only player left. Still, the Junior Warriors under Coach Herbert Dizon able to contend here in season 88, at least looking like contenders early in the season, as we saw an attack error from the Junior Green Spikers. Clarence Guianan last year was one of the best middle blockers of the season. Now playing in his final season for UE, showing a lot of potential down the road for his collegiate career, but we'll see where he goes there. For UE, he just wants to win a title before leaving, as Roque's drop was read well. That time, a hit from Arguelles is dug up to the other side. Caro couldn't convert. Over for UE. Chance ball. Back row. And Guianan asking for a touch, and he gets it. Showing you the versatility, Clarence Guianan, a middle blocker, hitting from the back row. You don't see that often. But the UE captain able to execute. Here's Guianan. Targeting Arguelles, and a whistle blown. It looks like there will be a net touch, I believe, called or spotted on a junior green spiker. So Clarence Guianan will continue to serve here. UE have now scored 3 consecutive points. Still targeting Arguelles. He'll get it back. Arguelles tooling the block. It comes back to LaSalle. That bump set off. So that'll be an error and a point for UE. Clarence Guianan practically living at the service line to start this one. Now establishing a 3-point lead for UE. To the other side, Montiliano couldn't convert. And Roque asking for a touch. He doesn't get it. And that'll be point LaSalle Zobel. And now it's Andre Montiliano serving for LaSalle. Junior Archers or Junior Green Spikers coming off a loss to UST. UE, on the other hand, as you see, the point from Caro, they're coming off a quick win over UPIS. The UE have already several big wins this season. They shocked UST to start this one. Our expectation was UE had lost so many great players. It'd be tough for them to recuperate the talent they lost from their Final Four team last season, but they are still one of the best here in season 88, at least so far through 4 games. So at that point, UE taking advantage at the net, and Caro will continue to serve. This is Kenzie Caro, returning player from last year's squad. Back set. Ooh. Looks like that's going to be an error. And Coach Cubes Escol will call timeout with UE now up by 5. Junior Warriors have established a big lead here, and Kenzie Caro will continue to serve. Great pass. Oh, that was off, I mean. So to the other side, LaSalle goals. Block there from Sandrino. Another block, but this time it goes out. So that'll be a point for Paul Roque. Now a 6-point lead for UE. If you're LaSalle, you need to make something happen quick here. Can't let this lead get too out of hand. If you're UE, exactly the start you wanted. Espino sends that one over, and another error spotted on a junior green spiker. Looks like that was a net touch, again spotted by our second referee. So UE, they'll take it. 7-point lead now for the Junior Warriors. Kenzie Caro targeting Papa. Combination play. That one hit the net. No block. So 4 touches called. That'll be an error on LaSalle. Back-to-back errors now for the Junior Green Spikers. As Kenzie Caro and the Junior Warriors continue to cruise here. 8-point lead. Papa with the reception. Espino. Sandrino was blocked. Junior Archers will send this over. Duliete, combination play, and the Roque banging that one home. Paul Roque again, the Palarong Pambansa MVP from earlier this year, made his way to UE right after his grade 11 year in Bataan. Now a member of the Junior Warriors trying to make the most out of his solitary UAAP campaign. Espino sets up the back row. Nothing going there. Duliete to the middle. That's Miguel Catanghal pounding that one home. And it looks like Coach Cubes Escol just not happy. A 10-point lead for UE. Kenzie Caro practically living at the service line for UE here. Has led this team to a 10-point lead. Can LaSalle establish a play here? That tip was way wide. An error spotted on Arguelles. John Cooper Arguelles. Not what you wanted there for LaSalle. As the lead continues to grow here. Kenzie Caro now will move a little bit to the right or to the left of the service line. We'll see if this affects his serve. It doesn't at all. That swipe works now. So LaSalle able to end the run of UE courtesy of an Alan Sandrino swipe. Still a mountain to climb here for the Junior Green Spikers. Down by 10. Here's Arguelles. That's not going to help. An error. It's going to help UE though. They go up by 11. Paul Roque now will troop to the service line for the first time today. Float serve, targeting Uriquia. UE will have to send it over. Chance for Lasal. To the middle they go. That one read well by UE. That swipe, a bit of a power tip. That works for Miguel Katanghal. We're going to get a substitution here for UE. And coming in is John Carlo Niogan. Replacing Emmanuel Marcelino. Coach Herbert Dizon trying to get his bench some playing time here with a comfortable 12-point lead. As Uriquia with a big hit sent over by Duliete. And Duliete gonna get a chance ball here. But the bad set from him. He didn't communicate with his teammates what type of play they were gonna go with there. So it ends in an error. So here's Gian Diaz up to serve for Lasal. Targeting the libero, Justin Lopez. And that hit will creep to the Lasal side. A point for Niogan. Again, UE only had 4 players return from last season. It was a bit of a process trying to get everyone or trying to recruit players to the program. Trying to recruit like 10 players as Uriquia scores. But Coach Herbert Dizon said it's work that he enjoys, trying to build this program. Again, in his second season with UE, took over for Rafi Moswela. Last year, didn't expect to make the Final Four, but his team just showed plenty of heart, plenty of veteran smarts, kept the Junior Warriors as one of the top teams in the UAAP. As now they have a 12-point lead on the Junior Green Spikers. Great serve from Duliete. To the middle, Lasal goes. They'll earn another chance. Espino to the right side. Block buster from Brett Uriquia. Showing some signs of life here are the Junior Green Spikers towards the end. Still down by 11. Uriquia will serve. Straight to Niogan. Combination play. Returned by Lasal. Another chance here. And a block. Kyle Aure there. With a huge denial. Him and Monteliano combining for that block. As Uriquia will continue to serve. Way out though. Momentum still firmly on the side of UE here, despite Lasal showing some better play in the latter portion of the set. Espino back set. And a block from Roque. Chance ball for UE. Doliete to the middle. Gianan couldn't convert. Espino to the outside. Arguelles dug up. Chance ball though for Lasal. Espino. Back set. Ooh, combination play. Well executed by Lasal. Their best play of the day so far. And on the finish was John Cooper Arguelles. Back on the service line is Kyle Aure. His team still down by 10 points. As Roque will punch that one through. Paul Roque showing you why despite the height disadvantage, this kid has plenty of talent, plenty of power, leaping ability. It's been the main scoring option for UE this season. Espino to the middle. Set was off. Chance ball, UE. Doliete sets up the back row. That was dug up. Papa sets it. And Monteliano will punch that one through, tooling the block, keeping LaSalle within 10. Junior Green Spikers, you're there. We just want some momentum here heading into the final set, or into the second set, I mean. Establish something, try and regain some momentum. As Doliete will get another chance here. He sets up the captain, or he sets up Katanghal, Miguel Katanghal, powering that one through. 11-point lead for the Junior Warriors, with Kenzie Caro now serving. And a block. Miguel Katanghal, a first-year middle blocker for UE, doing really well here in the first set. Big block from him puts UE at set point, up by 12. Comfortable lead for the Junior Warriors. Spino over on 2, no way, no good, as Paul Roque showing you why you don't give UE any chance balls. Junior Warriors dominate set number 1. So all-around tremendous effort from UE, as the Junior Warriors will take set 1, 25-12. We'll be back with set number 2. You're tuning in to UE versus LaSalle. Final game this Sunday in the UAAP Season 88 Boys Volleyball Tournament. This is day number 5 of the boys tournament. Still have a couple of game days left in round 1. Junior Warriors trying to go up 4-1 in the standings. LaSalle trying to get above 500 at 3-2. It was UE with a convincing set 1 win. Looks like they have a few bench players back in to play set number 2. One of those bench players you saw there, Perales. That's Jordino Perales with a huge hit. Kenzie Caro is living at the service line today. A lot of the UE runs has had him at the service line. Will that happen here in set number 2? Transition here for UE, and Clarence Guianan converts. The Junior Warriors generally a shorter team compared to the rest of the UAAP, but Clarence Guianan, again, one of the reigning best middle blockers. You see him there. Has a lot of size. That hit goes out for Montiliano. So UE will score a point here. Kenzie Caro proving to be a bit of a lucky charm for UE. Again, a lot of these runs have had him serving for the Junior Warriors. Now they're up 3-0. The setup by Espino. That one was blocked. Chance ball for UE. Fakes it. Oh my God, Espino. Showing you a little trickery that time. Faking the 1-2 play. Then setting up his buddy, Clarence Guianan, for the quick hit. 3-0 the score. Or 4-0. Kenzie Caro will continue to serve. Out of system here, LaSalle. Dug up by Caro. That one's going to be an error for Jordino Perales. LaSalle will catch a break, ending that early 4-0 run for UE. Now, if you're LaSalle, you can't afford to lose momentum early. Try to keep this close. Doliete, terrific set. A bit of a back set, a right pin hit for Clarence Guianan. As Marl Doliete will continue to serve for UE, only in grade 11. Here comes the Junior Warriors. They set up Roque, dug up by Espino. On the other side, a block by UE. That time, Uriquia gets through as looks like that's going to be an error on Jordino Perales. So point will go to LaSalle. Here's Brett Uriquia up to serve. That one overpassed by Caro. The other side, Montiliano gets through. So Junior Green Spikers have scored back-to-back points here. Duliete will try to end it. He goes to Roque. Coverage was there, but it looks like, that was Perales. Couldn't handle the coverage, so it'll be point LaSalle. As Brett Uriquia will serve. Way long though. So UE now up by 2. The captain, Clarence Guianan, up to serve for UE. He targets the libero Papa. The setup to the other side. That time, John Cooper Arguelles just finding an open spot. Cross-court hit. UE block couldn't protect that angle. So an easy point for Arguelles. Out of system here. Roque will get a swing. He leaves it short. So LaSalle does take control here a little bit. Now a tie game at 6-all. Kyle Aure now continuing to serve for LaSalle. And a rotation fault spotted on the Junior Warriors. Make that back-to-back errors for UE. Now LaSalle in the lead. As Aure will serve. As I say that, Aure will have his turn giving up an error. Way short on the serve. As now Jordino Perales will serve for UE. High float serve targeting Papa. Out of system here. LaSalle. Montiliano. Almost. He does convert. That was a bit of a roll shot. Looks like UE just didn't communicate well on who was going to pick up that ball. So Andre Montiliano will get a bit of a break. Now he's up to serve. LaSalle up by 1. As another chance ball given up here. Espino will go to the outside. It's going to be an error. John Cooper Arguelles, too strong on the hit. Tied at 8 now. Paul Roque will rotate to the back row. Trying to target the opposite end, opposite sideline. But serves that one wide. Score is 9-8. Junior Green Spikers with the lead as that running hit was blocked. And Kian Hiao going for that running hit. But LaSalle right there with Gian Diaz providing the rejection. 9-all the score. Or 10-8 the score. As Kenzie Caro swings out. Now 11-8. Junior Green Spikers now. This is their best stretch here. Si Coach Herbert Dizon now up off his seat. As Roque can convert from the back. That's going to be an error. Looks like that one didn't even cross. No block on that hit from Uriquia. So UE stops the run. They've been giving up errors. Now it's going to be Kian Hiao up to serve. Espino tried the 1-2 play. Roque from behind. No good. Montiliano, his D-ball is pure. No blockers for him, had plenty of angles to choose from. Montiliano converts, now a 3-point lead for LaSalle. Firmly in control, Junior Green Spikers with Gian Diaz serving an error though. For most middle blockers, that serve is a problem. As you can see, in volleyball, especially at this level, the middles tend to be error prone on the serve. This guy, Kenzie Caro, has been steady today with his service, targeting Papa that time. Running hit, Aure blocked. That's going to be a soft touch on the block from Perales. Great read that time. Didn't need to put a lot behind the block even to score the point. As Caro will serve. Still targeting Papa. Espino to Montiliano. And this time, all net from him. So that LaSalle lead has evaporated. 3 straight points from UE. It's Kenzie Caro. Again, his serve has been the lucky charm for UE today. A bit of a high looping float serve. LaSalle just hasn't been able to receive it consistently. This time in system, LaSalle. Oriquia was blocked. They go to the back. As Arguelles can convert. And Jordine Perales will score off the block. UE persistence pays off for them that time. Now they have the lead. It's 4 consecutive points for UE. Espino to the middle and Aure will end the run. So finally a response from LaSalle. They go to their captain to tie things up at 13. Much closer opening set here between LaSalle and UE after the Junior Warriors dominated the first set. As Roque swings straight to the net. So offensive execution has been a problem here for UE. Now it's LaSalle with back-to-back points and the lead. As Daniel Espino will continue to serve. Duliete to the middle. Clarence Guianan just reliable as ever, tying things up at 14. I'll put Marl Duliete. Terrific setter from UE. He's had some trouble here with his decision making. He'll set up the outside here. No go though for Paul Roque. So a chance ball. Daniel Espino to the back. And Arguelles couldn't convert. Now Roque gets a swing. And that one, our first referee says there was a touch. So that's going to be a point for UE. Both teams here just trading share of the lead. Duliete on the reception. And Aure converts. Picture perfect set that time from Daniel Espino. Setting up Kyle Aure. Tie things up at 15. Now Brett Oriquia will serve for LaSalle. Shank pass from Lopez. UE will have to return this one. Chance ball. Montiliano. Does he find line? Our referees say he doesn't. So it'll be a point for UE. The Junior Warriors up for a slugfest here. They were down by 3 earlier. LaSalle just keeps on hanging around in set number 2. Here's Clarence Guianan. Targeting Papa. And Aure can't convert though. Chance for Rojas. That one gets some help from the net. He scores. Coach Cubes Escol will call his first timeout of set 2. Junior Green Spikers definitely playing better here in set number 2. Can they turn that improvement into a win? They're currently down by 2. Clarence Gianan serving for UE. One-handed set. Out it though. He does convert. Thought that went wide, but our first referee had eyes on it. Great connection there between Daniel Espiritu and Kyle Aure. On that play, as Aure will serve. Caro on the reception. Roque denied. Montiliano had so much time to tee up that block. Andre Montiliano keeping up with the hang time of Paul Roque. So back-to-back points for LaSalle, tied at 17. Duliete to the opposite hitter. That's Jordino Perales. Punching that one home. Definitely a much tighter set number 2. UE being tested here. Is that hit? Is that hit fine line? No, says our first referee. That's outside for Arguelles. So back to a 2-point lead for UE. The setup to the outside. That time a little too close to the net. Asking for a touch is Arguelles, and our first referee disagrees. So it'll be point UE. Great serve from Perales. Montiliano swings. Popped up by Duliete. But a chance ball. LaSalle. They need to convert here. Montiliano. And he does. Andre Montiliano keeping LaSalle close, ending that UE run. Now with him in the back row, with him serving, LaSalle will only have 2 front row setters. Can they execute? Duliete to the middle. Miguel Catanghal punching that one home. And if you're UE, you can definitely play the side out game here. Just keep exchanging, share the serves. It's on LaSalle to execute flawlessly here down the stretch of set number 2. It's that one dug up. As Catanghal, he scores again. UE, masterful execution on transition. Grow their lead to 4. Roque will continue to serve. Targeting Papa. Set to the middle, Redwell. It looks like Espino. A little too much flash on that serve. UE now will have a 5-point lead, 23-18. Coach Cubes Escol calling his final timeout of set number 2. And LaSalle in dire straits here. Down by 5 and UE just 2 points away from taking set number 2. Espino back set. That's going to be a error for Arguelles. Off contact, you could tell that he didn't get the best hit on that. So now UE at set point pretty comfortably. This was a really tight set, but UE have earned 6 set points. Espino goes to the other side. That's going to be an error. Unfortunate here for LaSalle, who played much better in set number 2, but just unable to execute consistently in set number 2. But UE, on the other hand, able to capitalize on their opponent's mistake. They take set number 2, 25-18. We'll be back with set number 3. Clarence Guianan and the Junior Warriors have taken the first two sets here against Andre Montiliano and the Junior Green Spikers. UE, 2-0 lead on their way, or if they go unimpeded here, they'll go 4-1 here in season 88 as we welcome you to set number 3. A final game of the day in the boys division here at the Ateneo Blue Eagle Gym. The site of most of the juniors division of the volleyball tournament this year. Our next few game days will be at the Paco Arena in Manila. Big swing that time from Paul Roque to open up the scoring in set number 3. More bench players coming in here for Coach Herbert Dizon. So now it's Julian Dulay serving. Montiliano, too strong on that hit. Doesn't find its mark. Not enough bend, not enough spin on that ball. It's Julian Dulay. Continue to serve. It's been UE that's started each set here pretty strongly. They had a 4-0 lead in set number 2, but Montiliano won't let it get out of hand. Big hit from him, scoring LaSalle's first point of set number 3. LaSalle have won this season against UPIS and Ateneo, but this team has a lot bigger aspirations. They're trying to make the Final Four, but for them to really make a dent, they need to beat one of the teams in the upper end of the standings, UE, UST, and UNS. They've lost to NUNS and UST this season. On the other side, UE have made the Final Four for 3 consecutive seasons, trying to make it 4 straight. Again, this is their second season under Coach Herbert Dizon. Came in last year, as he admits not a lot of expectations from them, as another error here from LaSalle puts UE up by 3. There wasn't a lot of expectations on UE last season, given that they lost JJ Macam. They lost a lot of really good players, as well as their coach Rafi Musuela. Coach Herbert Dizon able to rally the veterans from last season, and this year able to bring in a fresh batch of recruits. 10 new players for UE in season 88, or 9 new players for UE, and still able to be one of the top contenders here. Back-to-back points now for LaSalle. Capitalizing on the regalo that time was Brett Uriquia. Kyle Aure and the Junior Green Spikers trying to muster a similar rally from set number 2. They kept it close up to the end. Those errors won't help though. Now it's the UE captain, Clarence Guianan. Will be up to serve. To the middle, Diaz was blocked. LaSalle will get Montiliano to swing, but straight to the net that time. So UE up by 3 now. Again, UE and LaSalle, that was a really close set number 2 until UE made that run late. It won't look like a close set when you see it on paper, but LaSalle made UE sweat as Miguel Catanghal able to score for UE, now a 4-point Junior Warriors lead. On the other court here, the Blue Eagle Gym, the girls division just wrapped up its final game. NUNS beating Ateneo. We're in the boys division. Can LaSalle extend this one, or will UE end the day as well? This point goes to LaSalle after that error. Here's Montiliano. High float serve. Ooh, targeting Lopez, who shanks it. And make that an ace, score that an ace for Montiliano looks like he caught off guard there Justin Lopez. Who does he target here? This time it goes to the hands of UE's Marcelino and a conversion from Kenzie Caro. Kenzie Caro, one of 4 players who returned from last year's team. That's Julian Dulay, Clarence Guianan, Justin Lopez, and him. So all of their teammates are new players to UE. As our linesman says, there was a touch, so that'll be a point for Arguelles. Now he's up to serve. John Cooper Arguelles in his first year in Alabang with La Salle Zobel. Great set that time from Dulay, and Katanghal finishes it. Well, here's Paul Roque serving with UE up by 4. To the outside they go. Oriquia can convert. Dulay goes to his outside hitter. That's Emmanuel Marcelino, who just came into the game for set number 3. Converting that time, keeping UE up by 4. Paul Roque will continue to serve for UE. Espino to the middle. Diaz can convert. Great dig from UE, but a chance for La Salle. Espino to the middle. Big dig from Caro. That time, the back row hit from Paul Roque is a beauty. Yan, Paul Roque, palarong pambansa MVP, will get, looks like a timeout here from Coach Cubes Escol. Coach Cubes Escol calling his first timeout of set number 3. Doesn't want this to get out of hand. Back row hit, Montiliano. Linesman says he found line, so Montiliano will score. This is gonna be Alan Sandrino up to serve for La Salle. Dulay to the outside. Marcelino, he converts. Too much spice on that hit from Emmanuel Marcelino. Again, another first-year junior warrior. Here's Miguel Katanghal. Espino to the outside. Oriquia was dug up. Dulay will send that over on 2. It's Oriquia this time, straight to the net. Tough ask from him, out of system. High set, didn't get the best timing to get that one over. Now up to serve is Miguel Katanghal. Looks like Coach Cubes Escol, his team, trying to get things sorted here. So coming in for Montiliano is number 15, Gian Diaz. Espino to the middle. Aure was blocked. That one, danger set from Papa. Nothing going for La Salle. A point for UE. Now a 7-point lead for the Junior Warriors. This team, team that made it to the finals in season 86. Guys like JJ Makam, Babon, Yanan was on that team. Trying to make it back there again here now under coach Herbert Dizon. As Clarence Gianan able to make that situation work. A joust at the net, giving UE an 8-point lead. Natanghal targeting Papa. To the outside, Uriquia. This time he gets through. So Brett Uriquia looks like he's found his rhythm. Giving UE a 7 or keeping Lasal within 7. Caro with the reception. Gianan can't get it through. Montiliano, or Diaz I mean, can't score. Another try from Gianan won't go through. Now here's Lasal. Espino to the outside. Uriquia punches that one through. Right through the block of Clarence Gianan. Great work from Brett Uriquia here. Has scored the last 2 points for Lasal. It's Daniel Espino. Gonna try and serve Lasal back into this game. Dulay sets up Gianan, who's blocked. Now Dulay over on 2. Papa picks it up. The chance ball. Given up by Lasal. Dulay. Gianan just finds the line. Really quick transition play there from UE. Able to take advantage of a Lasal defense. They're still setting up. So Julian Dulay serving with UE up by 7. Backup setter for them. Took over for Marl Doliete. As Lasal will score. Uriquia now will go to the back row, rotate. He'll take over serving duties. Here's an ace. Brett Uriquia, I believe that's his first ace of the game. Lasal now on the comeback trail, down by 5. UE still can't get in system. Ball juggled around. Lasal unable to capitalize. Tough break for them. As Aure, his tip goes way outside. Point for UE. Here's a swing from Roque, who's blocked. Now Kyle Aure will rotate to the back. He'll be serving for Lasal. They need quick points in succession here. That's not going to help. An error on the serve. Gianan with a pretty good serve. Back set Diaz. Great work, he scores. Now, Gian Diaz started this match as an opposite spiker, or a middle blocker, I mean, now playing opposite spiker in lieu of Andre Montiliano. Dulay, combination play, that one works. Now, completely fooling the UE defense that time. Kenzie Caro able to convert. Picture perfect execution from UE. It's Kenzie Caro back to serve. We're in the later stages of set number 3. Lasal down by 6. That set goes to the UE side, and Paul Roque finishes it. Big hit from Paul Roque. Kenzie Caro will continue to serve. From the back, ooh, big hit from Sedi Camposano. Camposano getting his first bite of action here in set number 3. Giving LaSalle, or giving UE, an 8-point lead. Sedi Camposano, of course, the nephew of Edward Camposano, former UE junior warrior, now playing in the Spikers turf. That one able to convert for Sandrino. Pretty good one-handed set from Daniel Espino, setting that one up. Now a 7-point lead for UE. Big hit. Cross court goes Roque. The left-handed outside spiker with a big delivery. Now just 3 points away from taking the match. Just off the line there was Paul Roque. It goes outside. Now this is Alan Sandrino serving for LaSalle. Dulay to the outside. Camposano, he's blocked. Kyle Aure with a great read, roofing that one. Now, Kyle Aure has been pretty, I guess, dominant, pretty effective in the middle spot today, especially with his block. Sandrino mishandled that one. You're gonna still able to serve it well. A chance here for LaSalle. Ugh, what an error. It's going to be an error for Gian Diaz. UE creeping closer and closer to their 4th win of season 88. As Uriquia able to punch that one home. Well, after today, boys division action will continue next week. We're going to be at the Paco Arena. LaSalle Zobel will be facing Adamson as an error puts UE at match point. UE, on the other hand, will have a big matchup against FEU Diliman. Again, that's next Sunday at the Paco Arena. Timeout here from Coach Cubes. Julian Dulay now serving for the match. Just short. Still 7 match points to work with for UE. Here's Brett Uriquia. Dulay. The setup. Camposano. His hit. Unhandleable. The Junior Warriors will sweep the LaSalle Zobel. Pretty dominant win for them. 25-12, 25-17, now 25-18 in set number 3. The Junior Warriors now 4-1 with their record. On the other end, LaSalle will go down to 2-3. You see the confirmation of our final score, 25-12, 25-18, pardon me. 25-18. The UE Junior Warriors locking up another win, beating the De La Salle Zobel Junior Green Spikers. It was an all-around great performance from UE today. Had some spots of mistakes, some errors down the stretch, but Coach Herbert Dizon's team able to work around it. A lot of solid performances from UE today. From their setter, bench, able to provide a boost throughout this game to seal the 3-set win. But it was their captain. Our player of the game for today is Clarence Guianan, last year's best middle blocker. He's somewhere around. Oh, that's Miguel Catanghal, I mean. Our best player of the game, number 9, middle blocker for UE with 10 points, 9 attacks, and a block. Only played 2.5 sets. Took a break in set number 3, still able to punch home double-digit points. That's Miguel Catanghal, our player of the game, and our final game today in the boys division of the high school volleyball tournament. I want to thank you for joining us here on the Pilipinas Live app. This has been Migs Flores thanking you. Your legends start here.